Stay positive. So I've talked to a lot of people recently who told me, Jacob, there's just days I don't even want to deal with the whole diet thing. Like, forget it. Can't I just exercise more? Can't I just eat less? Can't I just do something like that? I mean, this whole diet thing is just a lot of work. It's just stressing me out. Do you want some wine with that cheese? I mean, come on. There's days that I don't want to do it either. But I weigh the consequences between the two and I say, you know what, there's no way I'm going back to the way I felt before. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to lose weight. Well, there's not really a lot. You can cause a deficit, meaning you take in less calories than you burn in a day. And usually that's accomplished by either starving yourself or working out and burning excess calories. So, you know, you spend an hour on a treadmill and you burn around 500-600 calories, that's great. And if you don't eat all those calories back, that's a deficit, you'll lose weight. However, in that process, you've got to consistently do that over and over. There's that word again, consistency. Ultimately, your goal would be to raise your metabolism. But as time goes on and as we get older, our metabolism slows down. That stinks, trust me. I used to eat anything at all, and it didn't matter. But things have changed. Now that's in part because of the crappy food that's out there. When I go to the grocery store, most of my time is spent in the produce aisle. Then I make it over to meats, then a little bit of dairy, and then after that, I look for things that are not jacked up by all the food companies out there. Yeah, it's hard. It really is hard to stay consistent over and over and over, day after day. And when you see everybody else out there doing what they want, and you meet those people that just have a high metabolism, they can eat whatever they want, oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? It doesn't matter what they do. It matters what you do. Because your life is in the balance. It takes time to get healthy. It really does. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. As a matter of fact, usually it takes about 6 weeks for you to actually see results. And I love it because my clients get real excited. Oh, hey, I lost 3 pounds, I lost 4 pounds. What they don't realize is that most of that is water because they've changed their diet or they're sweating it off. I don't even like the scale, honestly. I don't know, it's discouraging because depending on what you eat, how much salt you had that day, and if you're retaining water or if your muscles are recovering and they're holding in fluid, I mean, that's tough. So I don't even worry about the scale. What I do worry about is inches. And those before and after photos that you need to take of yourself, those are important because that's the true test. What did you look like then and what do you look like now? Consistency will get you to that 6 weeks. And then by that time, if you're in that ketogenic state and you're exercising on a regular basis, you'll see the fat start to melt off you. Now, this doesn't happen for everybody, but I'm gonna tell you at some point, you're probably just gonna not even want the sugar at all. For you chocolate lovers, that's gonna be a tough one. But I can tell you, it's not about having nothing at all because then you just regret it and you go home and binge eat anyway. So what I'm saying is if you're gonna have that piece of cake at the office, if you're gonna grab a piece of that sub sandwich, make sure it's only a small piece. Do less than a portion size because you can still eat it and enjoy it. In a ketogenic lifestyle, you can still have carbs, you can still have a little bit of sugar, you just have to keep it under a certain number every day. And yeah, you're gonna have those cheat meals, but let me just tell you, have a cheat meal, not a cheat day, because a cheat day turns into a cheat week turns into a cheat month, and next thing you know, you're back to making excuses why you'll start tomorrow and not today, and before you know it, you fall off the bandwagon altogether. Every meal and every choice counts. Every one of them is like a building block that builds onto the next one. And as that foundation is built, you get stronger, you get smarter, you have the willpower to say no to those temptations and those cravings that come against us when we're trying to be strong and we're trying to be smart. And that's when you can say with confidence that my health is more important than that moment of indulgence. Let me also say that not everyone is going to understand your journey. So they may not respect your choices. They haven't walked in your shoes. They don't know your process. Nobody else is going to think about your health but you. Your health and your fitness level is 80% your diet and 20% your exercise. I heard someone say the other day that sitting is the new smoking. In my office, I have a stand-up desk. I stand as often as I possibly can just to get myself moving. I set myself up for success. I don't stock any of the junk in my office. Got a can of tuna in there, some protein bars, some fresh fruit. Those are the things that I surround myself with so that I'm not tempted to make those choices. I help myself be consistent. The other night, we went to the movies. And I know what it's like to walk into the theater and see all the nachos and the cheese and the ice cream and the candy and all the soda everywhere. I get it, it's tough, that's Temptation City. But you know what? I set myself up for success that night. I packed a bag of mixed nuts, a sliced apple, and a bottle of water. and I made sure that I had something to snack on because I know myself. I know that if somebody else is sitting next to me with a plate of nachos, guess what? I'm gonna go get some too. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna get hard out there. It's gonna get real tough to stay consistent. I get it. But listen, I believe in you. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't care about your health. So make it count. Be consistent and set yourself up for success. All right? You got this. I believe in you.